Starbucks Corporation is an American multinational chain of coffee house and roastery reserves headquartered in Seattle, Washington. It was founded in 1971 by Jerry Baldwin, Zeb Siegel, and Gordon Booker at Seattle Pike Place Market in Italy as a coffee bean wholesaler. Starbucks was converted into a coffee shop serving espresso-based drink under the ownership of Howard Escort, who was chief executive officer from 1986 to 2000 and led the aggressive expansion of the franchise across the west coast of the United States. Company type: public industry coffee shop. Founded March 13, 1971. Founder Jerry Baldwin, Jeb Siegel, Gordon Broker. Headquarters Starbucks Center, Seattle, US. Number of location 38,038. Area 86 countries. Revenue 35.98 billion 2023. Operating income 5.871 billion 2023. Net income 4.125 billion 2023. Total asset 29.45 billion 2023. Total equity 7.99 billion 2023. As of November 2022, the company had 35,711 stores in 18 countries, 50,873 of which were located in the United States. Of Starbucks US-based stores, over 8,900 are company-operated, while the remainder are licensed. It is currently the world's largest coffee house chain. The company is ranked 120 on the Fortune 500 and the 303 on the Forbes Global 2000. As of 2022, the rise of the second wave of coffee culture is generally attributed to Starbucks, which introduced a wider variety of coffee experiences. Starbucks served hot and cold drink, while Bain coffee, micro-grounded instant coffee, espresso, cafe latte, full and loose leaf tea, juice, beverages, pastries, and snacks. Some offerings are seasonal or specific to the locally of the store, depending on the country's most location provide free Wi-Fi internet access. The company has been subject to multiple controversies related to its business practice. Conversely, its franchise and committed substantial brand loyalty, market share, and company value. Starbucks originally opened in Seattle, Washington on March 13, 1971. By selling high-quality coffee bean and equipment related, Starbucks became a local coffee bean retailer for the first 10 years in Seattle. It was founded by business partners Jerry Baldwin, Jeb Siegel, and Gordon Broker, who first met as students at the University of San Francisco. The trio were inspired to sell high-quality coffee bean and equipment by coffee roasting entrepreneur Alfred Pitt. Booker recalled that a business partner of his, Terry Heckler thought were beginning with the little st were powerful, leading the founder to create a list of old beginning with st. Hoping to found a brand name, they chose Starbo, a mining town in the Cascade Range, and from there, the group remembered Starbucks, the name of the ship made. In the book Moby Dick, Booker said Moby Dick didn't have anything to do with Starbucks directly. It was only coincidental that the sound seemed to make sense. The first Starbucks store was located in Seattle in 2000 Western Avenue from 1971 to 1976. They later moved the cafe to 1912 Pike Place. During this time, Starbucks store sold just coffee bean and not drink. In its first 2 years of operation, Starbucks purchased green coffee bean from Peet's Coffee and Tea. In 1973, Alfred Peet stopped supplying Starbucks and helped train their new roastmaster Jim Reynolds. In 1984, the original owner of Starbucks, led by Jerry Baldwin, purchased Peet Coffee. By 1986, the company was operating 6 stores in Charlotte and had begun to sell espresso coffee. In 1987, the original owners sold the Starbucks chain to their former director of marketing, Howard Scott, who rebranded his two Zero coffee outlet as Starbucks and began to expand the company. Also in 1987, Starbucks opened its first location outside of Seattle in Waterfront Station in Vancouver, British Columbia, and in Chicago, Illinois. By 1989, there were 46 Starbucks stores located across the Pacific Northwest and Midwest, and the company was roasting more than 2 lakh pound 9 lakh kg of coffee annually. In June 1992, at the time of its initial public offering, Starbucks had 140 outlets with revenue of 73.5 million, up from 1.3 million in 1987. The company market value was 271 million by this time. The 12% of the company that was sold raised around 25 million for the company, which enabled it to double its number of stores over the next 2 years. By September 1992, Starbucks share price had risen by 70%. In 1994, Starbucks acquired the Coffee Connection, gaining the right to use, make, market, and sell the Frappuccino beverage. The beverage was introduced under the Starbucks name in 1995. In 1999, Starbucks experimented by opening eateries in the San Francisco Bay Area under the Sarkadia restaurant brand. At the same time, Starbucks converted its Seattle Sarkadia restaurant into a cafe. Starbucks. In 1999, Starbucks acquired Pasqua Coffee, a San Francisco-based retail coffee chain that had almost 16 locations in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York City. In April 2003, Starbucks acquired Seattle's Best Coffee and Caffezzino Italia from AFC Enterprise for 72 million. The deal only gained 115 stores for Starbucks, but according to the Seattle Post Intelligence, the wholesale business was more significant. From 2005 to 2007, Howard Beher was president of Starbucks North America. In September 2006, Rebel Dairies Coffee announced that it would sell most of its company-owned retail stores to Starbucks, include most locations of Oregon-based Coffee People, escalating regional coffee, where Starbucks converted the Dairies Coffee and Coffee People location to Starbucks. The Coffee People location at Portland International Airport were included from the sale. In early 2008, Starbucks started a community website, My Starbucks Idea, designed to collect suggestions and feedback from customers. Other users could comment and vote on suggestions. Journalist Jack Schofield noted that My Starbucks seemed to be all sweetness and light at the moment, which I don't think is possible without quite a lot of censorship. In March 2008, Starbucks Accurate Coffee Equipment Company, which was the manufacturer of the Clover brewing system, it began testing the fresh pressed coffee system at several Starbucks locations in Seattle, California, New York, and Boston. In July 2008, during the Great Recession, Starbucks announced it was closing 600 underperforming company-owned stores and cutting U.S. expansion plan amid growing economic uncertainty. On July 29, 2008, Starbucks also cut almost 1,000 non-retail jobs as part of its bid to re-entice the brand and boost its profit. Of the new cut, 550 of the position were laid off and the rest were unfilled jobs. Additionally, in July 2008, Starbucks announced that it would close 61 of its 84 stores in Australia in the following month. Nick Wallace, an expert in strategic management of the University of Sydney, said that Starbucks failed to truly understand Australia's cafe culture. In January 2009, Starbucks announced the closure of an additional 300 underperforming stores and the elimination of 7,000 positions. CEO Howard Escott also announced that he had received board approval to reduce his salary. Altogether, from February 2008 to January 2009, Starbucks terminated an estimated 80,400 began closing 977 stores worldwide. In August 2009, Ahold announced closes and rebranding for 43 of its licensed stores. Starbucks, Costco for their US-based Stop and Shop and Giant Supermarket. In 2012, Starbucks had annual Frappuccino sale of over 2 billion. In August 2012, the largest Starbucks in the US opened at the University of Alabama Ferguson Center. On June 25, 2013, Starbucks began to post calorie count on menu for drink and pastries in all of US stores. In July 2013, more than 10% of in-store purchases were made on customer mobile devices by the Starbucks app. The company once again utilized the mobile platform when it launched the Tweet a Coffee promotion in October 2013. On this occasion, the promotion also involved Twitter, and customers were able to purchase a 5 gift card for a friend by entering both hashtag Twitter Coffee and the friend handle in a tweet. Research firm Keyhold monitored the progress of the campaign. A December 2013 media article reported that 27,000 people had participated and 180,000 of purchases had been made to date. In January 2014, as part of a change in compact direction, Starbucks management transitioned from a singular brand worldwide to focusing on locally relevant design for each store. In May 2014, Starbucks announced ongoing losses in the Australian market, which resulted in all remaining stores being sold to the Weather Group. In July 2017, Starbucks acquired the remaining 50% stock in its Chinese venture from long-term joint venture partner Uni-President Enterprises Corporation (UPEC) and President Chain Store Corporation (PCSC) for $1.3 billion. On March 21, 2018, Starbucks announced that it was considering the use of blockchain technology to connect coffee drinkers with coffee farmers who could eventually be able to advantage of new financial opportunities. The pilot program was planned to start with farmers in Costa Rica, Colombia, and Rwanda in order to develop a new way to track the bean to cup journey. In 2019, at the Microsoft Build conferences, the coffee company formally announced its bean to cup program using the Microsoft Azure-based blockchain service. Two men were arrested in a Filipino Starbucks located after a manager claimed the two were trespassing on April 12, 2018. The arrest led the protest due to their apparently radically motivated nature. CEO Kevin Johnson later apologized to the incident and the company declined to press charges. During the company's second quarter earnings call on April 26, Johnson indicated that the company had not seen a drop in sales as a result of the event and subsequent coverage. The company reiterated its guidance for full-year earnings and beat consensus expectation of 1.8% same-store sales growth with 2% growth. Johnson announced that the company would close some 8,000 locations on May 29 for a seminar about radical bias in order to prevent future events similar to those that occurred in Philippines. On June 19, 2018, Starbucks announced the closure of 115 locations in 2019. 3 times the number of the corporation typically closes in a single year. The closes were to happen in urban areas that already have decent cluster of stores. In July 2019, Starbucks announced that it would no longer be selling newspaper in its cafe. It was also announced that Cascai for grab and go snacks and bags of oil bean coffee would be removed from store beginning in September 2019. In November 2019, Starbucks opened its largest store ever in Michigan Avenue, Chicago, with 200 employees. On March 20, 2020, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Starbucks closed while the cafe only stood in the United States for 2 weeks. During that time, only drive-through and delivery-only services were to function. According to the company representatives, all workers were to be paid for the next 13 days whether they went to work or stayed home. COVID-19 lockdown case Starbucks to suffer general 10% sales decrease and 15% decrease in China, where quarantine measures were especially strict. In May 2020, the company asked for reduced rent for landlord due to the decrease in sales. In June 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic in the United States, the company announced that it would close 400 of its locations in the US/Canada region over the subsequent 18 months as its move for the coffee house concept to what is called convenience-led format with drive-through and curbside pickup. Starbucks announced that it planned to open 300 stores that will primarily focus on carry-out and pick-up order. The new store will work with the Starbucks mobile app for prepayment by the customer before able to pick up the order. The layout of some stores will also be modified with a separate counter for picking up mobile order. In September 2020, Starbucks announced that it is planning to increase its store count to about 55,000 by 2013, up from roughly 33,000. Bloomberg reported in July 2022 that the company was thought investment bank Houlihan Lokey exploring selling its stores in the United Kingdom. In August 2022, after month of suspension due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Starbucks sold all if its store in Russia to the Russian rapper Timati. The stores were rebranded as Star Coffee and are very similar to the former stores. Starbucks said it had no comment on the new owner. On October 1, 2022, Howard Escort stepped down as CEO with Laxman Narasimhan becoming Starbucks' next CEO. On March 23, 2023, Narasimhan told employees that he would work a half day behind a store counter each month, and he trained as a barista to immerse himself in the brand and stay close to customers. In June 2013, Starbucks was ordered to pay $25 million in punitive damage and $6 lakh compensatory damage to a former regional manager. The court found that Starbucks fired her in 2018 because she was white. In October 2023, the operator of all of the Starbucks locations in Brazil, South Rock Capital, declared itself bankrupt. South Rock will continue to operate a Starbucks location normally while closing a new underperforming ones and will restructure throughout the bankruptcy production. American unionization effort. Three of the company's stores in Buffalo, New York began an attempt to unionize in August 2021. Using Twitter, the workers announced they had formed an ongoing committee, Starbucks Worker United, to form a union affiliated with Worker United. Two more stores joined the effort in September. However, those petitions were later withdrawn to ensure a speedy process for the original three locations. During the union drive, the company sent other managers and executives, including its North America retail president, to Buffalo to engage with employees about operational issues and participate in their work. Employees were forced to attend captive audience meeting that continue anti-union masses. Starbucks temporarily closed some area stores for remodeling and added expensive staff to one of the stores prepared to board. Workers said this reduced union support there, while Starbucks said the support was meant to compensate for increased sick leave during the pandemic as it had done elsewhere in the country. On November 9, Worker United filed three more petitions for election to president, represent worker and additional Buffalo area store. In January 2008, Starbucks began a skinny line of drink offering lower calories and sugar-free version of the company wafer drink that use skim milk and can be sweetened by a choice of natural sweetener. In 1997, Starbucks first offered non-dairy milk at its US store with the introduction of soy milk. In 2007, Starbucks stopped using milk, originating the RBGS treated cows. The company also adopted a new dairy standard for all espresso-based drink, switching from while 2% reduced fat milk. In 2015, Starbucks began serving coconut milk. In 2016, it began serving almond milk in January 2020. Oat milk became available nationally. The company also offered non-dairy creamers at retail in partnership with Nestle SM. CEO Kevin Johnson said in a 2020 interview that milk substitute will be a big part of reducing carbon emission. That effort has promoted vegan environmentalists, people with lactose intolerance, and others to argue the company to eliminate the upcharge for drink made with dairy-free milk. PETA encouraged sit-in at Starbucks location and posted Starbucks stock to draw attention to what they believe is an unfair charge. A Starbucks Canada spokesperson told ET Canada that customization such as added flavor, non-dairy beverage, or an additional shot of espresso will incur in addition charge. In December 2020, Starbucks announced it will offer oat milk in all US stores starting in spring 2021. Starbucks card and loyalty program. In May 2008, a loyalty program was introduced for registered users of the Starbucks card, previously simply a gift card, offering perks such as free Wi-Fi, internet access, no charge for soy milk and flavored syrup, and free refilled one behind drip coffee, iced coffee, or tea. Each time a customer purchases a drink, they will earn star if they present their reward card or scan their card from the mobile app. Eventually, those stars accumulated to allow customers to redeem for perks such as free drink, free add-ins, free bakery item, or selected merchandise. In 2009, Starbucks began beta testing its mobile app for the Starbucks card, a stored value system in which consumer access prepaid fund to purchase product at Starbucks. Starbucks realized its complete mobile platform in January 2011. By December 2011, the number of mobile transactions exceeded 26 billion. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.